Hello and welcome to the Quahog Special People's Games. I'm Tom Tucker.
And I'm Diane Simmons. It's a great day to be alive, Tom, able-bodied or not.
It sure is, Diane. Today we'll see some of Quahog's finest athletes struggle valiantly against God's twisted designs. You'll cheer, you'll cry, you might even get a cheap laugh or two.
I know I will, Tom. In fact, there's the distinct possibility that by the end of the day, we'll all be going to hell.
I'll see you there, Diane. Oh, boy.
Don't censor me!
I think I can safely say that thanks to the censors, that the show probably stands as the single edgiest show that's ever been on primetime network TV, and we're pretty proud of that.
Hello, Boston!
It's silly, and it's bold, and it's ridiculous.
What have you all taken of our silence? Come on!
Every week I've been offended and grossed out by Family Guy.
Put your hands together for the one, the only, His Holiness the Pope!
It pushes the envelope, but it's hilarious.
There were things that were taboo for the network. Religion, they were really nervous about. That's why the Weinstein show didn't air.
It appears Peter Griffin has entered a synagogue.
Lock and load, Brides of Christ!
The first few drafts of it were really offensive. And it was one of those, it was just horrible because we read it for the network in the studio and there was just no laughs. People were just horrified and disgusted.
Nothing else has worked so far, so I'll wish upon a star.
We did a lot of rewrites on it and got to a point where we all felt that it was really funny and walked the line of taste.
I need a Jew.
We have letters from rabbis saying, this is fine. He learns the right lesson in the end. But at the end of the day, they took a look at it and said, you know what? We don't want to air this.
A Baum or Steen or Stein to teach me how to whine and do my taxes.
But, to their credit, they didn't halt it at the script phase. I mean, they allowed us to produce it.
I need a Jew.
Oh! Hello, 911? It's Quagmire. Yeah, it's in a window this time.
Quagmire was supposed to be this sort of anachronistic 50s guy who was just, stuck in the Rat Pack era, and you see that in the decor of his house. I remember the Love Thy Trophy episode. Quagmire is in bed with a girl, and they've finished having sex, and she says,
Glenn, honey, I have a question for you. What do you do for a living?
And he says,
I have a question for you, too. Why are you still here?
Instantly, we all sort of knew exactly who this guy was. He's just this despicable sex maniac who's just a disgusting human being and therefore hysterically funny.
Hey, honey, why don't you turn around and show me the Lower East Side?
Sure.
Whoa, transvestite, back off. Wait a sec, pre-op or post-op?
Pre-op.
Whoa, transvestite, back off.
You can usually gauge by the room reaction. The joke is pitched, and if everybody laughs, then chances are enough people in America will laugh too. If everybody gasps and is horrified, then, that's usually a pretty good litmus test.
I grew up with two brothers, so I was built to work in that writer's room with the boys. I became a sick individual working on the show.
That was pathetic. Tell your wife to come over to my place if she wants a little booze-a-ka-la-ka-la-ka-la-ka. 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 Boom.
Working on a show with the kind of hours that we did, where we were there, till 3, 4 in the morning, you're guaranteed to lose objectivity now and then as far as, what's tasteful and what's not.
As soon as I seduce him, get ready to snap the picture.
Peter, you're really going to try and seduce Luke Perry.
Listen, Brian, I take a bullet from Meg, so I'm sure I can take it. Here he is. Oh, Luke!
In that sense, it's helpful to have the censors come in and say, okay, you guys know that this is not funny and just going to piss people off, right?
Peter, we now have a picture of Luke Perry vomiting.
That's no good, Brian. Gays don't vomit. They're a very clean people. And they have been ever since they first came to this country from France.
It was a lot of bargaining. It was a lot of trading. You would trade words for other words. He would say, well, we can keep the bastard, but, you know, we'll give you the ass and the crap.
Gosh, I'd like to help you, Peter, but I've got to go out in the hall and chew on the back of my ass for about 5 minutes.
They had a thing about swearing bleeps. For one of our characters, you know, for Stewie to say, go fuck yourself, and us to bleep that out was not okay. And the only time we did it was in the episode where Brian goes to rehab, and Stewie makes a joke and no one laughs.
Well, I guess now we know what kind of dog he is. A melancholy.
I don't have to impress you.
The only reason we got that is because we thought we were canceled, and so I called the censors and said, listen, you know, we're canceled. Can we just have this? And they said yes.
Maybe you shouldn't say anything bad about the network.
Oh, why? What are they going to do? Cut our budget? I'm going to go get a beer.
There are a few jokes in the show that, given the chance to go back and take out, I probably would. But for the most part, you know, I think we had a good balance of off-color humor.
What are you going to make me do? Whack a guy, off a guy, whack off a guy? Because I'm married.
Silent. Next up, stay tuned for our special investigative report on the clitoris, nature's Rubik's Cube.